Think about this for a second. You and we both have the exact same 24 hours as Elon Musk, Serena Williams, or Oprah. The clock doesn't give anyone a bonus hour. Yet somehow, some people squeeze more creativity, energy, and impact out of their day than most of us can dream of. The difference isn't luck. It isn't even just discipline. It's how they use their brain. See, your brain isn't just a tool. It's the operating system of your entire life. If you know the rules of how it works, you'll unlock clarity, productivity, and focus like never before. But if you ignore those rules, you'll end up tired, distracted, and constantly feeling like you're running on empty. So let's talk about the 8 rules of the brain. These aren't random hacks. They're neuroscience-backed principles that separate high performers from everyone else. And the first one might shock you because it's probably the rule most people break every single day. Rule number 1, sleep. Your brain's reset button. In America, we've glamorized the grind. I'll sleep when I'm dead has become some weird badge of honor. But here's the truth. Lack of sleep doesn't make you stronger. It makes you slower, foggier, and less creative. Your brain treats sleep like a reset button. Every night, while you're asleep, your brain is literally cleaning out waste, storing memories, and repairing itself. Skip that, and you're basically starting tomorrow with yesterday's trash still inside your head. Ever notice how everything feels heavier when you're tired? Emails feel overwhelming. Small problems feel like disasters. That's not weakness. It's your brain trying to run on low power mode. And the science is brutal. Even one night of poor sleep reduces focus, memory, and decision making. Want peak performance? Treat sleep like a non-negotiable. 7 to 8 hours isn't laziness. It's strategy. Because a well-rested brain doesn't just feel better, it performs better. It's sharper, faster, more creative. And here's the wild part. You can't fake this with caffeine. Coffee might wake you up, but it can't reset your brain. Only sleep can. So if you want to think like a leader, create like an artist, or perform like an athlete, start by giving your brain the reset it deserves. Rule number 2, move your body, sharpen your mind. Let's be honest, most of us think of exercise as something you do to lose weight, look better, or fit into those jeans. But the truth is, movement isn't just about your body. It's about your brain. When you move, you pump oxygen and nutrients directly into your brain. That movement sparks dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals that boost mood and focus. That's why even a simple 20-minute walk can flip your mental state from sluggish to sharp. Think about it. Have you ever been stuck on a problem for hours only to take a quick walk and suddenly, bam, the solution appears? That's not magic. That's biology. Your brain comes alive when your body does. And here's the kicker. Sitting all day is basically telling your brain to shut down. The average American spends more than 10 hours a day sitting. No wonder focus, energy, and motivation feel like they're constantly slipping away. The world's top performers know this. CEOs, athletes, creatives, they don't wait to find time to move. They build movement into their day because they know it keeps their brain firing on all cylinders. So no, you don't need to run a marathon. You don't even need a gym membership. Start small. Stand up, walk around, stretch, do push-ups. Anything that gets your body moving will sharpen your mind. Because here's the truth. When you move your body, you don't just change your muscles. You change your brain. Rule number 3, focus. One task at a time. Here's a hard truth. Multitasking is a lie. We've all been sold this idea that juggling 10 things at once makes us productive. In reality, your brain is not designed to focus on multiple complex tasks simultaneously. What it does instead is switch back and forth, back and forth. And every switch costs energy. That's why after an hour of multitasking, you feel drained but have nothing meaningful to show for it. High performers know the secret. Focus is the new superpower. Deep work, zero distractions, full attention on one task is where breakthroughs happen. Writers create masterpieces. Coders solve impossible bugs. Athletes master new techniques. Not because they were doing 5 things at once, but because they went all in on one. Think about the last time you got into a flow state. Hours disappeared, distractions faded, and you produced something amazing. That's not luck. That's your brain operating at full power because you gave it one clear target. So if you want to outperform 99% of people, protect your focus. Turn off the notifications. Close the 10 extra tabs. Put your phone in another room. Train your brain to go deep, and you'll be shocked at how much faster and better your work becomes. Multitasking feels busy. Focus creates results. Rule number 4, stress. Manage it before it manages you. Let's talk about stress. In the US, burnout is practically a culture. Long hours, constant pressure, and the idea that if you're not grinding, you're falling behind. But here's what most people don't realize. Stress itself isn't always the enemy. Uncontrolled stress is. Your brain interprets stress as a signal. It's telling you, hey, something needs attention. Short bursts of stress can actually sharpen your performance. Think about an athlete before a big game or a speaker before stepping on stage. That stress is energy. The problem is when stress never shuts off. When the emails, deadlines, bills, and constant noise push your nervous system into overdrive, your brain shifts into survival mode. Creativity dies. Decision-making gets sloppy. Even your memory takes a hit. That's why the most successful people don't aim for a stress-free life. They build strategies to reset their brain under pressure. Breathing exercises, short breaks, meditation, workouts, journaling, these aren't just wellness trends. They're tools to calm the storm inside your head so your brain can function at full capacity again. Picture it like this. If your phone overheats, you don't throw it away. You give it time to cool down so it works properly again. Your brain works the same way. So the rule is simple. Don't ignore stress and don't glorify it. Learn to manage it. Because if you don't, it will manage you. And the cost is always your clarity, your creativity, and your health. Rule number 5. Repeat to remember. We live in an age of instant information. Google, YouTube, ChatGPT, you can pull up any fact in seconds. But here's the catch. Information is not the same as knowledge. If you want something to stick, your brain requires one thing above all else: repetition. Think about it. You didn't learn your ABCs by hearing them once. You sang them hundreds of times until they became second nature. That's how your brain builds strong neural connections, through consistent repetition. This is why cramming the night before an exam never works long term. You might recall the facts for a few hours, but without spaced repetition, the brain tosses them out like junk mail. On the flip side, when you revisit and practice over time, the brain strengthens those pathways until they're unshakable. Top performers know this. Musicians rehearse the same scales endlessly. Athletes drill the same moves until they become automatic. Public speakers repeat their talks dozens of times before stepping on stage. They don't rely on luck, they rely on the science of repetition. So if you want to master anything, whether it is a language, a skill, or even a mindset, don't just learn it once. Repeat it, practice it, revisit it. Because repetition isn't boring. It's brain science. It's the bridge between I know this and this is part of who I am. Rule number 6, visuals beat text. Here's something fascinating. Your brain is hardwired for pictures, not paragraphs. Studies show that people remember visuals up to 6 times better than words alone. That's why you can recall the layout of your childhood home or the face of a friend you haven't seen in years, but you probably can't remember the exact sentences of an article you read last week. This is because our brains evolved to process images for survival. Seeing a lion mattered more than reading about one. And that wiring hasn't changed. So, how do you use this rule? Simple. If you want to learn faster, communicate better, and remember longer, make it visual. Instead of just writing goals in a notebook, create a vision board. Instead of drowning in text-heavy slides, use images and diagrams that tell the story. Even in your daily life, sticky notes with bold keywords or doodles will stick with you far better than long lists. This is why great teachers, leaders, and creators lean on visuals. Steve Jobs didn't just explain products, he showed them. Advertisers don't describe happiness. They put a smiling family in front of you. The message lasts because the brain sees it, not just hears it. So the next time you want something to stick, turn it into an image. Because visuals don't just speak louder than words, they stay longer. Rule number 7, emotions drive action. We like to think we're logical creatures, that we make decisions based on reason, data, and facts. But the truth? Emotions run the show. Every major choice you've ever made, what career to pursue, who to date, where to live, wasn't just about logic. It was about how it made you feel. That's because emotions are the brain's way of assigning value. If something excites you, scares you, or inspires you, it becomes unforgettable. Want proof? You might not remember what you had for lunch 2 weeks ago, but you'll never forget your first heartbreak or the day you landed that dream job. That's emotion at work. This is why leaders inspire with stories, not spreadsheets. Why brands connect through feelings, not features. And why your own motivation skyrockets when you connect a goal to something emotional, not just rational. So here's the hack. If you want to remember, influence, or take consistent action, tie it to emotion. Don't just say, I want to exercise. Say, I want to feel confident when I look in the mirror. Don't just say, I should work harder. Say, I want to give my kids a better future. When your emotions are engaged, your brain won't just listen, it will act. Rule number 8, breaks boost your brain. We live in a hustle culture that glorifies being busy. But here's the problem. Your brain isn't built to run nonstop. Just like a muscle, it gets fatigued. And when it does, performance drops fast. That's why breaks aren't a waste of time. They're a performance tool. Short pauses recharge your brain, restore focus, and spark creativity. Ever notice how your best ideas pop up in the shower or while driving? That's not coincidence. It's your brain connecting dots in the background while you give it space. Science shows that even micro breaks, 5 minutes of stretching, a walk around the block, deep breathing, can reset your mental energy. It's like hitting refresh on a browser that's been running too many tabs. High achievers know this. They don't grind endlessly. They cycle between focus and rest. That rhythm allows them to perform at a high level for years without burning out. So don't feel guilty for taking breaks. Feel guilty for not taking them, because downtime isn't the opposite of productivity. It's the foundation of it. So let's zoom out. These 8 rules aren't just tips. They're the operating system of your brain. Sleep resets you. Movement energizes you. Focus directs you. Stress tests you. Repetition ingrains you. Visuals stick with you. Emotions drive you. Breaks recharge you. Ignore these rules and life feels harder than it should. Follow them, and suddenly you unlock clarity, energy, and focus you didn't even know you had. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary isn't about working harder. It's about working with your brain, not against it. So the question is, now that you know the rules, what will you do with them? Because your brain is ready. The only thing left is you.